Trafalgar D. Waterlaw's backstory is a deeply tragic one, shaped by immense loss and pain. Born in Flevance, a country in the North Blue, Law grew up in a family of doctors during a time when amber lead poisoning was rampant, eventually claiming the lives of many, including his sister, Trafalgar D. The government and the royal family kept the disease's true nature a secret, and the country was devastated by war. Law's parents, who were working to help the sick, were murdered, and his sister died in a hospital fire. Law narrowly escaped by hiding under a pile of corpses, mentally shattered. Law's life took a dark turn when he met the Don Quixote pirates. Initially seeking to destroy everything in his path, he joined the crew, hoping to bring chaos. He had a particularly tumultuous relationship with Corazon, the crew's clumsy, mute member, whom Law initially despised. However, as time passed, Corazon became a crucial figure in Law's life, even going so far as to search for a cure for Law's terminal disease, amber lead syndrome. Despite Corazon's efforts, Law's illness continued to worsen. In a pivotal moment, Corazon stole the Ope Ope no Mi and force-fed it to Law, saving his life but sacrificing his own. Corazon, in his final moments, expressed his love for Law and hoped that he would live on in a better world. Law, devastated by Corazon's death, managed to escape and later formed the Heart Pirates with his loyal companions, including the Mink Bepo, and eventually began his journey as a feared pirate in the Grand Line. Law's first major appearance in the storyline occurs during the Saboti Archipelago arc, where he, alongside other supernovas, is introduced as a dangerous pirate captain. He eventually becomes embroiled in the chaos of the Marineford War, where he saves Luffy and Jinbe, though his involvement is minimal compared to other pirates. Rocky Port Incident. Law gained recognition as a warlord of the sea by sending the hearts of 100 pirates to the world government, inadvertently aiding Blackbeard in taking over Hachinosu. His bounty was raised to 440 million berries, but frozen due to his new status. Zoo and Punk Hazard. Law sent his crew to Zoo for safety and traveled to Punk Hazard, where he allied with Caesar Clown by exchanging his heart for refuge. While there, he used his powers to help injured individuals and manipulated others to further his plans. Marine Encounter. Law clashed with Smoker and the G5 Marines, showcasing his abilities by dismantling their ship and defeating Smoker, stealing his heart in the process. Straw Hat Alliance. Law proposed an alliance with Luffy to overthrow Emperor Kaido. Despite initial distrust among the Straw Hat crew, Luffy agreed, and the alliance was formalized. Virgo Confrontation. Law faced Virgo, a high-ranking subordinate of Doflamingo, who used Law's stolen heart to incapacitate him. With Smoker's help, Law reclaimed his heart and defeated Virgo, cutting him and the laboratory apart. SAD Manufacturing Room. Law destroyed the SAD facility, critical to Doflamingo's operations, to create chaos in the New World. He taunted Doflamingo about his downfall before leaving with the Straw Hats and G5 Marines. Plan execution. The arc sets the stage for the Alliance's larger goal of taking down Kaido, while highlighting Law's cunning, strength, and complex motivations. Here's a detailed summary of Trafalgar Law's involvement in the Dressrosa arc from One Piece. As part of their plan, they target Don Quixote Doflamingo, Kaido's main weapon supplier, to disrupt Kaido's operations. Law's strategy involves destroying the Smile Factory in Dressrosa, which is critical for producing artificial devil fruits that Kaido uses to build his army of Zoan users. Battle at Greenbit. Law engages in a fierce battle against Doflamingo and Admiral Fujitora at Greenbit. He tries to hold them off to buy time for the Straw Hat crew to complete their mission. Law is captured and brutally tortured by Doflamingo as punishment for his betrayal and attempts to destroy the Smile operations. Luffy rescues Law, and the two team up to fight Doflamingo in the climactic battle at the Royal Palace. Final battle with Doflamingo. Law uses his Ope Ope no Mi powers in tandem with Luffy's strength to confront Doflamingo. He reveals the Gamma Knife technique, which deals significant internal damage to Doflamingo, but it isn't enough to defeat him. Law serves as a critical support player during the battle, using his abilities strategically to weaken Doflamingo and help Luffy land the finishing blow with his Gear 4th form. After Doflamingo's defeat, Law confirms that the alliance with the Straw Hats is still intact and shifts focus back to their ultimate goal of taking down Kaido. He then sets off for Zoo's ship. Arrival at Zoo. After a dangerous week in the New World, the group arrives at Zoo, an island located on the back of a giant elephant. Law informs the group about the Mink tribe who inhabit the island. The group begins searching for Sanji's group. The samurai reveal they're also looking for Reizo, a missing comrade. Mink tribe. Encounter. The group finds the Mink tribe's village, which appears deserted with signs of recent battles. Law speculates a possible conflict among the Minks and confirms that Beppo, his crew member, is also a Mink, reunion with Law's crew. Law reunites with his crew by following Beppo's Viva card. After some discussions, Law introduces his crew to Luffy and expresses concern about Kaido potentially pursuing them. Reizo's reveal. The group finally meets Reizo, the ninja they were searching for. Law is impressed by Reizo's clone jutsu after being persuaded by the Straw Hats. Alliance formation. After learning about the road poneglyphs, Law and the others discuss their shared goal of taking down Kaido. Law is surprised when Luffy agrees to form an alliance with the Minks and Samurai without consulting him. Despite this, Law agrees to the plan. Kaido's road poneglyph. The group learns that Kaido possesses one of the road poneglyphs, and the Samurai explain the significance of the poneglyphs and their connection to Laugh-Tale. Law is taken aback by the revelations about the poneglyphs and Momonosuke's ancestors. Jack's attack. Zoo is attacked by Jack, a member of the Beast Pirates, but is defended by Zunisha, the giant elephant. The group is relieved when Jack's fleet is sunk. Departure for Wano. Law prepares to travel with the samurai to Wano in his submarine, and the alliance is set to meet at Wano country. Infiltration of Wano, Law and the Heart. Law tried to stop Luffy and Zoro from heading to Bakura Town. Law later reunited with Luffy and Zoro and discussed their plans at Oden's castle. Kaido's arrival in Kuri. Law warned Luffy and the group about Kaido's arrival in the Kuri region. He explained that Kaido was targeting him and Luffy because of their past involvement with Caesar Clown and Doflamingo. Fire Festival and Battle Strategy. During the Fire Festival, Law and his allies arrived at Tokaja Port and fought against the Beast Pirates. He was shocked to learn about Kaido's alliance with Big Mom. Law and other supernovas fought together against the two emperors. Supernova versus Kaido and Big Mom. Law joined the supernovas on the roof to fight against Kaido and Big Mom. He used various attacks, including Gamma Knife and Countershock, to fight the two emperors. After some setbacks, Law and the other supernovas separated Kaido and Big Mom. Law and Kid's collaboration. Law teamed up with Kid to fight Big Mom after Kaido and Big Mom launched a combined attack. He helped Kid defeat Big Mom by using his Devil Fruit abilities and later worked with Kid to send her off Onigashima. Final attack on Big Mom. Law and Kid teamed up in a final assault on Big Mom, culminating in a combined attack that seemed to defeat her. After she absorbed the souls of Kaido's subordinates and powered up, she grew in size. Despite her new power, Law and Kid's teamwork finally incapacitated her. Law used his Puncture Willy to deal a final blow, with Kid using his magnetism to finish her off. Law and the other supernovas discussed their future routes and adventures post-Wano. As the Heart Pirates left Wano, Law reminded the Straw Hats that they would be enemies once they parted ways. Law took a different route than the Straw Hats. Here's a detailed summary of the Blackbeard verses. Attack! The Heart Pirates are ambushed by the Blackbeard Pirates while traveling to the next island. Law's submarine is damaged during the battle, forcing the crew to surface. Law is infected by a disease caused by Doc Q's Devil Fruit, which temporarily turns him into a woman. He uses his haki to break free from the transformation. Blackbeard's challenge. Blackbeard, flying on Doc Q's horse Stronger, accuses Law of having Kaido's road poneglyph and challenges him, claiming the winner takes all. Law accepts the challenge. Clash between Law and Blackbeard. Law uses his awakened Devil Fruit ability. Arum, amputate on Stronger, causing them to fall. Beppo detects Van Augur's position and tells Jean Bart to intercept Augur's attack aimed at Law. Law faces off directly with Blackbeard, using K-Room. Shock will against him. Augur attempts to teleport Blackbeard away, but Blackbeard orders him to stay and charge ahead. The two continue clashing, with Blackbeard using his Black Vortex against Law. Law's defeat. Despite a fierce battle, Law is ultimately defeated by Blackbeard. Blackbeard taunts Law about the defeat of his crew and the destruction of his ship, saying they are no longer pirates. He reveals that the pirates Law had stolen hearts from during the Rocky Port incident are imprisoned on Hachinosu, and are eager to celebrate Blackbeard returning Law's heart. Blackbeard considers what to do with Law's devil fruit, but is interrupted before he can execute his plan. Bepo's heroic rescue. As Blackbeard prepares to finish Law off, Bepo transforms into his Sulong form, thanks to Chopper's aid, and saves Law. Bepo throws a rock at the Blackbeard pirates before grabbing Law and escaping into the sea. Law insists on saving the rest of the crew, but Bepo reassures him that their survival as former prisoners will help them escape on their own. Bepo then dives into the ocean, carrying Law on his back and urging him not to die. This is all we know about Law at the moment, and hope to see him soon. Please like and subscribe.